What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today For Honor. Throughout history, mankind has found many interesting ways to fight each other, from bombs to battering rams, and of course the always trusted sword. For Honor looks to answer the question, if you put the three greatest armies of all time on one island, who would win the final battle? Our story opens years after a global earthquake has stranded the powerful knights, the bloodthirsty Vikings, and the proud samurai in a small country with very limited supplies for survival. Desperation is starting to set in, and now everyone is ready to cut some throats if it means they won't go hungry. The true highlight of this game, and really the only reason to play it, is the combat. For Honor intends to be one of the most realistic medieval battle simulators ever made. Instead of just having basic third-person hack-and-slash mechanics like a regular project would, the developers have designed it so that every match is filled with tense fights. While locking onto an opponent, you need to circle around them, waiting for a weak point to strike. You can throw strong or fast attacks, chaining them together into painful combos, but the more important skill to master is the art of defense. While a target is in your sights, your right stick determines the angle you're holding your weapon. If you can match the side your enemy is swinging from, you can deflect their blow and leave them off guard. This might sound easy, but people are already finding some pretty clever ways to trick you into opening yourself up with a poorly timed block. To make matters even more complicated, each of the 12 different heroes move and attack in completely unique ways. While a heavy character like the Lawbringer uses a huge blade to break his foes from longer range, there's also fighters like the Peacekeeper, which is able to grab players and stab them, filling their bloodstream with poison. The first 10 hours I spent in For Honor was just used to learn how everyone behaved and how it was possible to beat them. When you get a grip of the basics, you have two different game modes to test your abilities in. There's Deathmatch for challenging other warriors online, or Domination, an objective-centered mode where you need to work together with your team to capture areas across the map. If you're just in this to prove how good you are with a weapon, then you're definitely gonna want to stick with dueling. You can pick between 1-on-1, 2v2, or 4v4 matches. After picking your favorite soldier, you're dropped into a small destroyed fort with the single goal of making sure you're the last man standing. If you want to be an honest combatant, you can choose to face off against the person directly in front of you, but perhaps the quickest way to ensure victory is to ambush those who are attacking your friends. For Honor is really only built around the idea of fair, straight-on battles. The second you begin to fight dirty, the entire game essentially falls apart. Instead of getting into a 2-minute long struggle versus a talented swordsman, you can just grab them and toss them into some lava for an instant kill. Having trouble getting inside someone's defenses? Then just run away and find a power-up to boost your stats, making you much more deadly. There's so many options as to how we handle a situation, whether you want to battle evenly or be cheap, but all that truly matters is winning. By doing well in multiplayer, your heroes will level up, earning them new abilities to use and giving you a chance at random gear. Here we come to probably the most annoying part of For Honor overall. This bonus equipment lets you further customize how a character plays. That may seem cool, but the issue is that you have to get the best stuff from lockboxes. These are purchased with the in-game currency called steel. You get an average of 20 to 40 steel per match, making it roughly balance out to an hour of work per item case. If this was just about keeping us invested and driving towards that next great boost in damage, I would understand, but this is clearly just a way to get you to spend real money. That's right, you can get extra steel whenever you want through microtransactions. This feels really screwed up, especially because some of the super deluxe armor sets cost tens of thousands of steel. That would take months or maybe even years to save up for if you're playing honestly. Longtime subscribers know that I'm generally alright with cosmetic microtransactions due to the fact that they don't really affect gameplay, but we can use our bot steel to instantly grab better equipment, which is just wrong. Unfortunately, on top of this, there is another extremely glaring problem in For Honor. This is a very poorly made, always online experience. Anytime you try and hop on, the start screen logs you into the Ubisoft servers, even for the story missions which are done alone. Once again, I wouldn't mind this if their services weren't so freaking terrible. 30% of the matches I was in would just crash or glitch out very badly. For example, at one point I killed a guy, but then the network began to freak out, so he suddenly sprang back to life, making it so that I had to beat him a second time. Even despite all these horrible issues, I almost want to put up with it because I think the actual fighting is pretty fun, and yet I'm really not sure it's worth the hassle. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's head over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving For Honor a 7 out of 10. Ubisoft, I know your programmers watch my stuff sometimes. Please just give us an offline option. Forcing everyone to be locked to your bad online services is really only going to hurt you when people start to quit in the first month. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. I seriously had to stay up for 30 hours straight to get this project done, so I'm gonna go take a nap. But if you want, leave me some nice comments. I promise to read all of them when I wake up, and give me a thumbs up too. I would really appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.